Welcome aboard the beautiful Regal Princess cruise ship.
This was our very first cruise, and in this video, we'll share what we loved, along with a few things that took some getting used to. Mostly, it's a way for us to capture the adventure and relive the memories later.
We're Jonathan and Joyce Crow, and to be honest, cruising was never really on our radar. We assumed it would be too expensive, and the idea of spending days on a boat, would we go stir-crazy mad in a floating hotel? Spoiler alert, there was plenty to do, and we ended up enjoying it.
Our journey took us on a 10-day Caribbean cruise, departing from Galveston, Texas, and sailing all the way to the Cayman Islands before heading back. It seems like everyone returns from a cruise and says the food was wonderful, and we have to agree. It was. We made an effort to eat healthy and didn't feel like we overindulged. Going to the buffet and having a variety of fresh food ready was a real treat. Of course, not having to cook or do the dishes made for a truly relaxing break.
We stayed in a midship balcony cabin, and were really impressed by the convenience of the ship's technology. Our small medallion, right here, uses magnets and RF technology, allowing it to seamlessly connect with the door's portal. As we would approach, it would verify who we were and then automatically open the door. No need for fumbling around for an entry card or key. It was pretty slick.
The room wasn't large, but it was more spacious than we expected. A desk sat beside the bed, while a cabinet on the other side housed a fridge. Through the sliding door, the balcony offered chairs perfect for enjoying the ocean view. Near the bathroom, a closet provided plenty of hangers and a safe for valuables.
The bathroom was a bit tight, and the shower was small, but the shower sprayer had a nice classy touch. Overall, the room was very comfortable. Princess Cruises offers a variety of entertainment, including nightly shows and a state-of-the-art theater featuring exceptional lighting and sound.
On the first evening, we were impressed by a magician whose tricks left us asking, how in the world did he do that?
Another night, we enjoyed an Elvis impersonator who went all out, bringing the King's greatest hits to life. With boundless energy, it felt like he was having just as much fun as the audience. It was a blast from the past.
There were plenty of trivia and game shows to keep everyone engaged. One of our favorites was the yes-no game. The host would chat with an audience member for 3 minutes, trying to trick them into saying yes or no. Sounds easy, right? Not at all.
But Bongani, how long was he up in the hot seat for?
Well, it lasted amazing 15 seconds.
15? Oh my gosh!
That's good.
That is so good. Sean, we have a very special prize for you, though.
I don't even know.
No, you want to know this.
Of course, no cruise would be complete without excursions. Our Princess Cruise had 4 possible stops, and we chose to get off and explore 3 of them.
Our first stop was Cozumel, a beautiful island off the eastern coast of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula.
We found it interesting wandering through the streets, enjoying the lush greenery and vibrant flowers. We even saw some strange people. And there was live music everywhere. What are we doing for lunch, Joyce?
Well, we hope to go to a restaurant. I forget the name of it, but I have it written down. Poncho something. Christine at Hocus recommended it.
And yes, we did make it to Poncho's backyard. With all the hype, we were excited to check it out. But to be honest, it didn't completely wow us. That said, it was still a great place to sit back, relax, and soak in the Cozumel live music on the patio.
next stop was Roatan in the Honduras, an island famous for its stunning coral reef. Unfortunately, we didn't get to experience it fully due to the windy, rainy weather.
The cruise spent 2 days in Roatan, which was a nice change of pace. On the first day, we booked an excursion, though in reality it was just a guy driving us around in a small Toyota.
That said, the island itself was beautiful. Lush jungles and towering forests everywhere you looked.
At one point, our driver mentioned that visiting the beaches required a fee.
What do they charge you?
Like $10, $20 of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
That didn't seem worth it given the rainy weather, so we skipped the beach and took in the island's natural beauty from the car window. The next day in Roatan was bright and sunny, but also really windy. We had planned a glass-bottom boat excursion, but it was canceled due to high winds.
In spite of that, we were able to enjoy Mahogany Bay Beach. It's so pretty, this walkway. They have plants growing here that we could only grow indoors at home. I love it.
Mahogany Bay Beach offers plenty of activities.
We spent some time watching snorkelers venture surprisingly far out, thanks to the shallow water. In the afternoon, however, the wind picked up and one by one swimmers headed out of the water.
Our third and final excursion was to the Cayman Islands. They're known for being one of the wealthiest places in the Caribbean, thanks to their status as a major offshore financial hub, with no corporate or income taxes. Basically, it's a popular tax haven.
When we arrived at the port, we were greeted by our brother-in-law's brother, Steve, and his wife, Janet Dirksen. They've lived in Cayman for over 30 years and were kind enough to show us around.
Since it was Sunday, we started by joining them at their church. Then afterwards, we watched as their church had a baptismal service right in the Caribbean Sea, which was a special experience.
Later, we enjoyed lunch at a cafe with beautiful ocean views. One of the most unexpected and entertaining things were the wild chickens roaming around the restaurant. Apparently, that's totally normal. Chickens run wild all over the island.
After lunch, we visited 7 Mile Beach, one of the world's top-rated beaches. The aqua blue water was unbelievably clear. The white sand was amazing, and there was plenty of action out on the water to keep things interesting.
How we doing here, Steve?
Just enjoying 7 Mile Beach. Too many chickens.
Yeah, I can't believe all the chickens.
Hi. Enjoying the beautiful weather and the good company. Hi.
What do you think of this place, Joe?
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. Too bad we have to go back on the ship.
It is too bad.
I loved running every day on the cruise. When the weather was rainy and windy, I'd head to the treadmill in the exercise room, where I looked out and saw nothing but endless ocean. Such a cool and almost surreal experience. The tricky part was adjusting to the treadmill's movement, which swayed along with the ship. At times, it felt like I was running uphill and then downhill. On the sunnier days, I took my runs to the track on the upper deck. The loop was nearly a quarter mile, and it felt amazing to breathe in the ocean breeze, with the vast expanse of the sea stretching out in every direction.
But as for me, I preferred walking around the track instead.
Way to go, Joyce! All right, all right! On the lesser days, the upper deck was always busy with activity. The lounge chairs were scattered everywhere, and the pools and hot tubs were constantly filling up with people throughout the day. A massive 300-square-foot movie screen played films and sporting events from morning until night. One afternoon, we watched Reagan, the movie, and really enjoyed it.
There's nothing a retired governor can do, but a president. Now he can do a thing or two.
There was a bit of nostalgia mixed into. The Love Boat, the classic 70s and 80s TV show, was filmed on Princess cruise ships. A sign on the upper deck wall gave a nod to that history.
Joyce and I are deeply committed to our Christian faith, so we were pleased to discover that Princess Cruises offered a guest-led Bible study every morning at 8 a.m. held right here in the ship's wedding chapel. We really enjoyed meeting some wonderful people. One of those individuals was Rob Evans, better known in the 80s and early 90s as the Donut Man.
Without God's love is like a donut, like a donut.
He was a much-loved children's ministry entertainer. His video series was the first to truly capture our young daughters' imaginations, making it a special honor to meet him and talk about production.
Hi, Michelle and Andrea. Yes, I am the Donut Man. I am a donut repairman. Life without Jesus is like a donut.
He was even kind enough to record a personal greeting for our daughters, Andrea and Michelle, which is a fun keepsake.
Then the truth will wipe away your smile.
The Princess ship had a little bit of everything when it came to shopping. Boutiques, souvenirs, and even high-end jewelry.
But what truly shocked me was the cost of framed wall art. At an onboard art auction, I watched its pieces sold for anywhere from $100 to $1,500. Then, two small original Picasso paintings came up with a starting bid of $107,000. Wow! Clearly, they were targeting a very different crowd than us. It was tempting, but we passed on that one. There were a couple of things on this cruise that took some getting used to. The first was the crowds. At times, the sheer number of people felt overwhelming, but we eventually found ways to navigate them and discovered quieter times to eat and enjoy activities. We also reminded ourselves that without all these fellow travelers, this cruise might not have been quite as affordable.
Another concern that crossed our minds was, what if we got sick? The thought of catching COVID or a nasty flu bug and being stuck in our small cabin wasn't exactly appealing. Thankfully, we stayed healthy.
Well, tomorrow morning we dock and begin the 1,000-mile drive home. Overall, it's been a really great experience. Don't you agree, Joyce?
Yes, it has been, and it's been a lot of fun. I never got motion sickness. We stayed healthy while on the ship, which is a big plus.
A huge plus.
We got to see some beautiful places, meet some wonderful people, and just enjoyed something totally different.
Exactly. Probably the most relaxing vacation we've ever had. But will we do another cruise? Well, who knows? No regrets, though. We had a fantastic time, and now we can officially check this off our bucket list. Been there, done that.
Yep, and now homeward bound.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure. Until next time, so long.